Okay, so for this problem, this is going to be the foundations number 3. This time, it looks deceiving. It says x, but the question itself, it says, find the missing length of the triangle, round to 2 decimal places. If we look here, we do have a missing side length. We have one right here. We don't know what it is. So one of the ways that we do that is this thing called Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem is hopefully one of the more easier theorems to memorize, simply because it's labeled a squared, b squared, c squared. How do you identify a, b, and c? A and b makes up the 90 degrees. It's always going to be the 90 degrees. So in this case, I'm going to circle them. So 9 makes the 90 degrees because it's next to it. This question mark also makes the 90 degrees because it's next to it. So these two are a and b. Does it matter which order? No, it doesn't. So all I have to do is just plug them in, as well as put for C what 31. So if I had to label these, it would be the following. Instead of A, I would write 9 squared. And I guess for our cases, I would just put question mark squared equals C squared, which is 31 squared. Now, how do you solve for this? Clearly, I want to know what the question mark is. I want to get rid of the 9 squared, and so I do the opposite. How do you do the opposite? Well, in this case, it's adding with the question mark, so I have to do the opposite, which is subtracting. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 9 squared, just like this. Okay, so what happens? The two 9 squareds cancel out, and so I'm left with the following. Question mark squared equals 31 squared minus 9 squared. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write that in my calculator. 31 squared minus 9 squared, that gives me 880. So I'm going to write that, 880. How do I want to get rid of this square? Well, I simply do the opposite. What is the opposite? Well, the opposite of a square is a square root. And so what I want to do is I want to be able to just write the square root of both sides, just like this. And so my question mark is going to be the square root of 880, but I can luckily put that in my calculator once more. So I'm going to go to my calculator, put second square root, 880, giving me the answer of 29.66. And that's my answer. And so that's really just how all we have to do to solve for a missing length. Use a squared, b squared, c squared. Figure out what a and b are. I like circling because it makes it easier. And then solve for the missing side. And that's it.